Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to pick up where we left off in the last memory keeping plan with me, but here's the deal, I didn't film plan with me's for the first few weeks of March. So today I'm going to give you a little bit of a planner update, a little bit of a life update, a little bit of a wedding planning update that you've already heard a little bit about by watching the last few videos, but I'm going to elaborate on some of those things today. So we're going to flip through the weeks of March that I did not memory keep because, or at least I didn't film the memory keeping, because things just got quite busy. And also I wasn't using new sticker kits, so I didn't feel like it was going to be the most interesting video. Plus, I just wanted a little bit of a break, and that's okay. There's going to be a lot of post-it notes kind of covering up a couple of confidential things in this video, so sorry about that, but there's just a couple of things that I want to keep private for now. So this is the March monthly view. I just use like whatever stickers I can on the monthly views. So I'll use whatever leftover washi I have and then put in big events. So we actually started wedding planning in March. We got engaged way back in January, and by the end of February, I was finally ready, because I feel like my fiance was totally ready to start jumping into event planning whenever, but I needed some time because it's a lot of pressure, I feel. Anyway, so we started drafting like a vision and a budget and contacting venues, and we did tour 3 different venues in March, here, and here. I don't have my sticker in here just yet because I have some Molly Loves to Golf stickers that I want to put in for visiting that one. So I will tell you what venues we didn't end up going with, but we did tour them, but not going to say exactly which one we went with. But by the end of March, we signed a contract. So we wedding planned for 1 to 3 full weeks before we picked a venue, which seems quick and also like a long time. I'm not really sure. March flew by. The first week of March, I was using these leftover full boxes from a shop called Spork City. She doesn't really sell planner kits, but she sells some full boxes. These are from the office, of course. These were my leftover ones that I wasn't super keen on the quotes. And then I paired it with some leftovers from a kit from Cinderella paper. So monochromatic week. My fiance was still gone for the first couple of days this week, so I was here with the cat, looking after her and watching more of The Crown and drinking more Cabernet. Then this is really where we started wedding planning. We sat down and talked about what our vision for the wedding was, what our approximate budget was, and we had to talk about the guest list, which was the most stressful part. So yeah, we talked about all of that and started compiling a list of venues to contact for pricing, because some places we knew from their website what the pricing was going to be, and some places were like, I don't know, let's see. And those are usually the ones that when they emailed us back, we were like, yeah, no. I live in Southern California, if you're new here, so we have a lot of event venues. We have a lot of expensive venues. Then this week I used some Parks and Recreation full box quote stickers from Spork City, and again, leftovers from a Cinderella paper kit. Do we notice a trend here? So this is where we were sorting through venues, and my fiance so wonderfully was contacting a bunch of them. He has been so helpful with wedding planning. Like, he is not one of those grooms who's like, I don't know, just do whatever you want, I'm not going to help. Like, he's been so helpful, especially with logistical issues, and I just love him for that. I love him for a lot of reasons, but I'm grateful I'm not in this by myself. So we made a spreadsheet, of course, because he loves spreadsheets. I find spreadsheets useful. I just can't always get them to do what I want them to do, but he can, so we'll let him have as many spreadsheets as he likes. What else happened? Yeah, we toured our venue that we ended up choosing on this particular Sunday. So that was neat. It was the first place we toured. We loved it, but we were like, okay, let's see what else is out there before we make a decision. Luckily, in the 2 weeks that it took us to make that decision, the date that was going to be like the most ideal date for us didn't get booked. So it just all worked out. That was wonderful. And then I think this is the last week. yeah, this is the last week we're going to cover in this video. These are leftovers from a Cinderella paper kit that I used in January for my cat's adoptiversary. This was the first week of spring. How much do I want to talk about this? This was just a bad mental health day. I don't know what was going on, but like on my way home from work and I was already in a kind of bad mood, I saw a squirrel get hit by a car, and for some reason I looked back and like, don't do that, guys. And it's not like I've never seen roadkill before. Sorry if this is upsetting, but it was upsetting to me, okay? It just like, it put me in the worst mood all day. So, and I'm just like, it's just a squirrel, but also in my heart, I'm like, it's not just a squirrel. I don't know, complicated. We're kind of stressed about wedding stuff too, because we were going to be touring more venues. So I think it was just all building up. I was in a better mood the next day though. Oh, this was the night where the power company had to like do work on the power poles immediately behind our apartment. So they had to shut off the power in the evening. So we had our camping lantern out. So that was fun. This was supposed to happen a whole month prior, but then there was a huge thunderstorm that particular night. So they had to postpone it for a whole month. So we finally did that. I was drafting pros and cons lists for dates and for venues and stuff like that. And then we toured another venue on this particular Sunday. So we toured a place called Rio Hondo Golf Club. It's in Downey up in LA County. And we liked it. I actually liked it more in person than I thought I would. I thought I wouldn't like it at all. But their minimum charge was higher than the other place we had looked at for the same exact Saturday night in the season we were looking at. And there wasn't really much around it as far as accommodations go, or as far as like scenic things to do, because like my whole family has to travel to the wedding. So like it's kind of important location for me. So we liked it, and the staff there were super nice and helpful. It just wasn't quite as good as the place we had looked at the previous weekend. So that's kind of how we kicked that one out of the running. Yeah, and then more rain. It rained more in March than it did in January this year. It was very strange. I have given up on trying to figure out Southern California. Wedding talks, just like lots of wedding stuff these first few weeks of March, and that has really not ceased since then. The good thing though is that now we have a date locked down and a venue locked down. So at least we don't have to keep having conversations about that. That part is settled and we're happy with our decision. So those are the weeks I'm going to cover in this video. The next video, of course, will be memory keeping for this week. So stay tuned for that, where I will talk about yet more wedding planning and how we ended up picking our venue. So stay tuned for that. I will talk to you in the next video. Goodbye.